People are flocking to Summerlin West. In today's video, I'm going to tell you what makes the 89138 zip code so desirable, why people are choosing it over other parts of Summerlin, as well as the entire Las Vegas Valley, and the big developments that are coming to Summerlin West that may make this zip code even more desirable in the near future. If you're new here, my name is Olga. I make videos about living in Las Vegas. I'm also a top producing real estate agent here that is helping people just like you make Las Vegas your new home. And we're going to start the video today by taking a driving tour of Summerlin West so you can get the idea for the look and feel and what makes this area of Las Vegas truly so special. Let's go. Okay, let's buckle in and start one of my famous driving tours. And I actually really love doing driving tours. The first time I did a driving tour, I wasn't quite sure how this was all gonna look and feel, but the feedback that I've gotten is that it gives you a really great idea of the areas and what everything looks and feels like. So I'm pretty excited about this one because Summerlin West is truly one of my favorite parts of the Las Vegas Valley. So I'm excited to show you around. We're starting the tour in an area of Summerlin West that is elevated at around 4,000 feet, and it is the Stonebridge village of Summerlin West. Summerlin West has a lot of really great villages, and what makes the Stonebridge village particularly popular is a couple of things. Its location, so it is elevated higher than other parts of Summerlin West, so you get magnificent views of the mountains and the city, and it is so well manicured up here. It has lots of walking trails and paths that go throughout the community, and within Stonebridge itself there are several different enclaves. So there is a Scots Pine enclave, there's Sandalwood, there is the enclave of the Heritage by Stonebridge, which is actually a 55 plus community that is one of the coolest 55 plus communities that I have seen in Las Vegas. It is at the top of this mountain here. It's got stunning views. It also has a pool, a fitness center, some sport courts. So it really provides that elevated living for the 55 plus community, which I really like. So this whole area is just known for its stunning natural beauty, as well as Summerlin West in general. This is one of the top reasons why people choose Summerlin West and the 89138 zip code over other zip codes in the Las Vegas Valley is because of the natural beauty. So if you love going on walks, if you love hiking, if you love mountain biking, this could be a really great area for you to consider because there are just so many trails. There's also a lot of parks and green spaces. One of the top ranked parks that is in the Summerlin West area is the Stonebridge Park. They have playgrounds, they have pickleball courts, they have tennis courts, basketball courts, and it is just a really beautiful park. There are so many other enclaves right around Stonebridge Park, so great for families. If you have pets, if you love playing pickleball, tennis, this park is really big. It is so well manicured and it has views of the mountains. So not only are you enjoying the great outdoors and the green space, you also are surrounded by just beautiful nature. In addition to Stonebridge Park, there are a number of other parks that are around this area. One of them is Fox Hill Park, which is also a really great park, and there is the Paseos Park. Now, I do also want to mention that there is a new park that is coming to Summerlin West, and it is going to be called Grand Park. There is so much hype around Grand Park because it is going to be the biggest park that is coming to Summerlin West. It is going to be over 90 acres of green spaces, a sport fields, dog park, anything you could think of, this park will have. And it is one of the developments that I mentioned earlier that is coming to Summerlin West that people are very excited about. Another reason why people really love Summerlin West is because Summerlin West is zoned for some of the top ranked schools. So for example, we have Vasiliadis Elementary School. I actually just recently had a client that moved to the Stonebridge Village because they were wanting to get into the Vasiliadis school district. There's also Roggage Middle School as well as Palo Verde. These are some of the most coveted public schools in the entire Las Vegas Valley. There's also some charter and private schools like Doral Academy and Faith Lutheran, which we're just passing Doral Academy. Summerlin West definitely tends to be an area where a lot of families are flocking to because of the top ranked schools that are available in this zip code. Another reason why Summerlin West is hot is the real estate. So Summerlin West is known for a lot of new construction and really thoughtfully planned out communities. There are a lot of variety here in Summerlin West, everything from modern townhomes to luxury estates and everything in between. There are a lot of coveted villages within Summerlin West, including Stonebridge, Kestrel, and Red Point, where you can get a variety of different modern home options at a variety of price points. Some of these villages have price points starting at around $600,000, and that could be your single family homes or townhomes, depending on what you're looking for as far as living goes. One of my favorite new townhome communities that is in Summerlin West is actually called Cordillera. A friend of mine lives in the community, and it is a Toll Brothers community where you have townhomes that are 3 stories and they have the option for rooftop decks. And one of the things that are absolutely spectacular here in Summerlin West are the Summerlin West sunsets. So having views of the mountains and the sunset is something that a lot of people really desire when they're moving to Summerlin West. So getting a townhome with a rooftop deck is something that could be a really cool option if you're looking for more of that townhome, easy maintenance, walk and leave living. Now, of course, there's also larger estates with big private lots. For example, the Scott's Pine Enclave inside Stonebridge is one of those areas where you can get larger lots that are private. And sneak peek, we might just be looking at a listing in the Scott's Pine community so you can check out what those homes look like. There's generally a lot of variety of what you can get. You can go resale. So there's a lot of homes that have been built in the last couple of years if you don't want to go new construction. And there's also new construction, and there's so many new communities that are popping up. We're actually driving past one right now to our left. There is the Mockingbird by Lennar community, which the price points on those are going to be starting in the $800,000-900,000s. There is the Edgewood community, which is one of my favorite communities by Tri Point, and those price points also start at around $850 and go up from there. I definitely think that the Tri Point Edgewood community is a community that if you're looking for a luxury home feel with really great views for under $1 million, that is a community that definitely stands out to me. There's also a neighboring community that is super unique to Summerlin West, and that is Shawwood at Arcadia. Shawwood is a Japanese builder, and this Arcadia community is one of their first communities across the United States. There is one community that is in Southern California, but they're rapidly expanding to other parts of the US. But if you're looking for something really unique that is different than what you get from the other semi-custom builders here in the Las Vegas Valley, I think that the Arcadia community by Shawwood is super unique and definitely worth checking out. The price points in that community start at about $1.5 million. So I oftentimes get asked, where is a great area to invest in the Las Vegas Valley? And now that question can be answered in a number of different ways. And I certainly don't have a crystal ball, but what I have seen happen is that when you invest in an area that is in its early stages of being built, so new construction communities that are just starting out, where you're not fully sure what the area around it is going to look and feel like, you're definitely taking a risk, but there could be a lot of reward because anytime you're an early entrant into a community, especially new construction, there is so much potential because the earlier you get into the community, the lower the price points are going to be. So for example, I have one of my good friends who purchased in a Summerlin West community called Reverence in late 2019, and they purchased a home for $800,000. That home was built by Pulte, so a great builder here in the Las Vegas Valley. It was an area that was definitely still on the earlier side, and not many people knew about this community. Now, fast forward to 2025, that community has been sold out for many years. It has been built up, developed, lived in, and homes in that community are now selling for $2.5 million. So that shows you just how much appreciation could be had if you are an early entrant into a new construction community or a new area that's being developed. And the reason why I bring that up is there is so much development that's happening in Summerlin West. As you could see, there is development to the right, there is development to the left. There's actually a crazy development that is coming to Summerlin West that is going to be located up high right by Red Rock, that is going to have all custom homes. Rumor on the street has it that Mark Wahlberg is buying a lot there, Tom Brady is buying a lot there, and I'm sure a lot of other high net worth individuals. So this general area is having an insane amount of growth. And as I mentioned earlier in the video, we know some of these big developments that are already coming. So I mentioned Grand Park to you, which we just drove past Grand Park. It neighbors the Edgewood and the Arcadia communities that are being built up. And another thing that's coming that's very exciting is the urban core. It's coming to this area. It's going to be walking distance to Grand Park, and it is going to be a mini version of a downtown Summerlin. Now, we don't know what's going in there yet because it's all rumors, but it's going to be a mixed use commercial as well as retail, and the whole area around Grand Park and the urban core is going to be walkable. So the residents of the communities all around it, so that's going to be Cordillera, it's going to be Edgewood, Arcadia, they're all going to be able to walk to these areas, which walkability in Las Vegas is pretty hard to find. So anytime there is this kind of new addition that has an element of walkability, people get really excited about it because you don't want to get into the car every time you want to go somewhere. So I'm personally really excited about that. And those are just some of the things that are coming to this area that are creating a ton of buzz and really creating so much attention and bringing so many people to this area and having them consider purchase a home in this zip code. So as you can see by looking at the way that the community looks right now, it may not look that nice to you because there is a ton of empty dirt lots. There is houses that are going up in framing, so all you see is the wood and the outline of the home. Now there are some homes, of course, that are finished, which you can kind of get an idea of the look and feel of what this community is going to be like. But this is where the risk comes in. So sometimes projects take longer. Some projects never get off the ground. For example, the urban core at this point, it is just a vision and we don't have any specifics on that yet. So this is where there is that risk versus reward. And also, if you're moving into this community right now, you're likely going to be living in this construction zone for quite a bit of time. So you do have to sacrifice a little bit of that enjoyment, that immediate satisfaction that you might get when you move into a community that's already developed, when you have your neighbors there, when you have greenery that has already grown for several years. And of course, this is one of the reasons why some people who are moving to Las Vegas that choose to move into a more developed community is because they don't necessarily want to deal with the time that it will take for a community to come together. But this is where the opportunity potentially lies, is taking a risk on an area that is undeveloped, waiting it out and seeing how it shapes up and how desirable it becomes after its completion. One of the other reasons why people love Summerlin West is its proximity to downtown Summerlin. Downtown Summerlin is the heart of Summerlin. It is where a lot of locals hang out. It is an outdoor mall that has Red Rock Casino and Resort that has tons of great restaurants right across the street. It's got your shopping, dining, entertainment. Whole Foods is located right there. We just opened a brand new Whole Foods in downtown Summerlin. There's also a Trader Joe's and a variety of other grocery stores. So you're under a 10-minute drive to downtown Summerlin. And the reason why Summerlin West is really desirable is obviously because of that proximity, but you also get this peaceful suburban vibe without being too far away from the amenities and the shopping, dining, and entertainment that everyone is looking for in a community. Downtown Summerlin also has a farmer's market every Saturday, which I love, and they host a lot of community events. So it is really great to be in close proximity to downtown Summerlin. One of the other reasons why Summerlin West is so great is its proximity to the 215 freeway. It is so easy to get to the 215 freeway from Summerlin West, and it takes you all around the city. The 215 is so great. I always talk about how wonderful the 215 freeway is, and it's actually such an easy, fast way to get to the Strip. You can also take Summerlin Parkway if you're going to Las Vegas Strip, if you're going downtown. And the roads are so nice. They're so well taken care of. And there actually is not that much traffic anywhere in Summerlin West. So it does not take you that long to get anywhere. So a bonus, because everyone has to drive somewhere at all times here, because Summerlin West is not overly walkable. Las Vegas is not overly walkable. So anytime you can avoid tons of traffic, and there actually is not that much traffic up north on the 215 freeway. So you're pretty much going to be flowing at the speed limit at any given time. Also, for all of the cyclists out there, not only can you go on all of the trails that are around the community, as well as the trails that are at Red Rock, but you can also take the 215 Beltway, which is a bike path that goes along the 215 freeway, and you could ride 4 miles. A friend of mine actually does that, and she posts videos of her going on that path every weekend and getting a great workout in. And I have never seen anything like that in any of the other parts of the Las Vegas Valley. So this is another reason why outdoor lovers, fitness enthusiasts are really attracted to that area. There's just a lot of amenities like that to take advantage of. I'm pulling into the Enclave of Caledonia in Stonebridge, so you can get an idea of what homes in this community look like. Just to get an idea, the homes in this community range in the high 7s, primarily 8 and 900,000s, and the Caledonia Enclave is not gated here in Stonebridge. But as you could tell, it is super well manicured. It's got the mountain as its backdrop, which is super desirable. And it is located right across from Stonebridge Park, which is super attractive to families. There's also a really cool desert walking path right to the right of me. So there's definitely a variety of walking paths that you can go on in this area particularly. Another thing that makes Summerlin West really desirable is the fact that all of Summerlin West is under HOA. It is clean. It is really well manicured. And based on data from niche.com and other websites, this area is generally considered a really safe area. So all of those elements add to the attractiveness to Summerlin West community. And all of Summerlin is going to be under HOA. So that is going to be your $65 a month fee. And then the sub HOAs for the other parts of Summerlin West. So for example, the Stonebridge HOA as well as other HOAs is going to be an additional cost. So you'll typically have 2 HOAs, but what they do is keep the community looking and feeling clean and really well manicured and really desirable. So if you're looking for something like that, you can definitely find that here in Summerlin West. We're going to pop into another neighborhood in the Stonebridge area, another coveted enclave, and it's called Scott's Pine. And this one is going to be gated. It is a Richmond American community that's been around for a couple of years, so it is fairly new. All single-story homes there, located at about 4,000 feet in elevation. So we're going to continue to keep going up. And what's cool about Scott's Pine is not only does this community offer a gate, it also offers larger lots, quarter acre plus, and stunning strip and mountain views. We've just pulled into the Scott's Pine Enclave at Summerlin West, so you could see some more homes and another part of Summerlin West and what it looks like. As I mentioned, this is a Richmond American community that's been around for several years, so it is fairly new. All single story, and the price points out here started at around $800,000. However, this is another one of those communities where property values have completely shot up in the last couple of years since the development of this community, and there are homes that are now selling here in the millions. We're actually going to pop into a property that just got listed for $3.4 million. So you can truly get an idea of what these homes look like, what they feel like, what are the backyards like, what are the lots like, and what makes them truly so special. Welcome to this 4-bedroom, 4-bath, 3,500 square foot property in Scott's Pine. This home is located atop a very private lot where there's actually no rear or front neighbors, which is pretty incredible for Las Vegas. We are starting the tour of this gorgeous home in the outdoor part of the home. As you can see, there is a stunning backyard with a resort style pool, beautiful landscaping. There's an elevated observation deck with a fireplace where you actually from up there see strip views and also gorgeous mountain views all around us. Perfect for hosting, perfect for entertaining. This property, I had to turn the volume off, but this property is equipped with surround system all throughout the house, both indoor and outdoor. So great for hosting parties, great for just spending time outside. And what I love about this area of Summerlin and properties like this is the opportunity to truly live that indoor-outdoor lifestyle. I mean, look at this backyard. I'm a little bit obsessed. And what's nice is there's this cover over here where you could have a table, where you could have lunch, dinner. There's another seating area. There are 2 fans right above the seating areas, which are totally necessary in the summer because it does get hot. Right now, it's actually the middle of July and it is a perfect summer day. We just had a little bit of rain, so the weather has cooled down and it just feels so nice to be out here. But these fans absolutely make a difference on those hot summer Las Vegas days. From here, we're gonna flow into the living room area. There are 2 massive pocket doors that are all along the side of the house. So it truly creates that indoor-outdoor feel. Over here to my right is a seating area with couch, chairs, coffee table, a beautiful fireplace feature, a TV, so you can hang out here with your friends or watch TV and really be super comfortable and cozy in this space. Now, headed this way, we're going to flow into our kitchen. This is one of my favorite parts of this home and of any home, realistically, is the kitchen, because that's where everyone gathers and that's where you cook, you have friends over, you eat. A lot happens in a kitchen. So let's go check it out. So let's take a tour of this beautiful kitchen, starting with this waterfall island. And I will say that the owners of this property went completely all out. So they bought this home from Richmond American, and in addition to picking out all of the top upgrades with the builder, they have come in afterwards and put in so many of their own upgrades to truly make this a home that they're so proud of. So starting with this waterfall island, stunning, beautiful, big. It's perfect for gathering around and eating, drinking, the holidays, whatever you want to do. But this island is just an absolute stunner. They have come in as well and put in custom cabinetry. The hardware is from Restoration Hardware on these cabinets. They have installed undermount lighting, which makes it just pop. They have glass cabinets for storage at the top there. And let's look at the appliances. So they have monogram 6-burner cooktop. They have double dishwashers. They also have a trash compactor, as well as double ovens over here. And look at that. It's all touch. And this is gold. I don't know if you could tell, but I personally love, love, love. Now let's talk about the fridge. This fridge is bigger than my wingspan, and it looks absolutely stunning in this big kitchen. I feel like you need a fridge that's this size in this size of a kitchen because of all the entertaining and cooking and hosting that you're gonna do in this property. Really quick, I just want to show you that there's this butler's kitchen, butler's pantry over here, low coffee station. I love a good coffee station, so it doesn't take up too much space in the kitchen. And now we're flowing into also a room that I personally like a lot. And this is the wine cellar room, which I can definitely see myself spending a lot of time in here. There's a formal seating area, so you could hang out here, have a meal, or just casually chat while you have a glass of wine. And let's just take a moment for this. The wine cellar. I will say this is one of my favorite features of this home. It actually has its own HVAC system to keep proper temperature for the wine, which you absolutely need when you have a whole special room for your wines. I see a lot of things I like in there. So I want to highlight that there are multiple dining hangout areas. So this could be a formal dining area, and this over here could be another dining area. I think back there feels a little bit more formal to me. Like we could do a wine tasting there, we could do a winemaker's dinner, something a little bit more intimate. This I can see actually sitting with my laptop out here because you're closer to the outdoor space, just to get a little bit more light, maybe having a casual lunch over here, a cup of coffee. And I also have not mentioned this yet, but as you could tell, this home is stunning, and it is actually designed by celebrity designer Jared Hedborg. So as you'll see, there are so many really cool, unique features. Now remember, this is not a custom home. It's built by Richmond American, but what this owner did, and they have so much pride in this home, is they've come in and they've obviously working with a celebrity designer, really customized every inch of this home. They even have wall treatments all over the house that are just absolutely stunning, and they're all different in different parts of the home, and I'll point them out as we continue on with the tour. But they have gone above and beyond to make this home feel like truly a custom home. Okay, so the living room flows into the primary, which I'm always excited to check out primaries and see what they're all about, because of course this is really the centerpiece. This is where you're gonna wake up every morning and just get the feeling of like, I'm here, this is my home. And what I want to point out first and foremost is waking up, all I see are mountain views all around. And there's actually a space that is outside that was left untouched. The current owners were planning to put a casita out there. So they have all of the plans, they have everything already ready to go, but they decided to actually leave that unbuilt because they were loving the views that they get from their window when they wake up. And for me, seeing the mountains every morning, gosh, there's nothing like it. And I kind of like the decision of not building anything, but if you wanted to build something, there's plenty of space outside. So this area they have set up as a little gym, and there are doors that actually head out to the outdoor patio, to the backyard, which is super nice. And treadmill over here, which I probably should not be walking on this treadmill because I'm a little unbalanced these days, but I wanted to show you this really nice setup. They got Peloton treadmill, Peloton bike. So you can have this be your, not only your primary, but your little gym area, and you have plenty of space. Now let's go check out the bathroom. So I would say this is a dream bathroom. Let's check out the size of the shower. So multiple shower heads, an area for the bathtub, and I'm loving all of the gold hardware all over this house. I'm a gold girly, so I'm really appreciating all of the gold. A beautiful master closet. It is so well organized in here. I'm always so blown away. I wish my home looked like this, and there are a lot of really cute shoes that I see in there. And you have double sinks, his and hers, and another closet. So his and hers closets as well, and a separated bathroom right over here for some privacy. So something I want to point out is we have these big windows right here, and a lot of the new home builders provide low E windows, but what this homeowner did is they also applied ceramic UV tinting to their windows. So this actually keeps the heat out so well. And it's really important during those hot summer Las Vegas days to have something like that. And when we were chatting about their utility bills, they are extremely low because of this UV tint. It's actually lower than their neighbors that have solar on their property, believe it or not. Also, one thing that I've actually never seen in any Las Vegas home that this home has is a whole house humidification system. We are in the desert, so it's extremely dry. So they have a whole system that humidifies the home. So whereas most people have a tiny little humidifier in their bedroom, this house has a whole system installed, and they get it maintained all the time. It's something crazy cheap to get it maintained, like under $30. So I think that actually makes it so nice because I'm constantly dry. I hear from everyone that they're constantly dry. So that is something that I would absolutely have to have in my home now that I know that this is something that is a possibility. So to point out, this room is an office, really well decorated. Love that. This is the laundry room. There's a sink in there. So definitely very spacious. Guest room to our right, feel free to check it out. Guest bathroom, again, lots of gold accents, which we love. And this is one of my personal favorite rooms, the massage room. So they have it decked out with massage tables. You can close the blinds. You could turn on some essential oils, close all the blinds. They even have a UV towel warmer. And also, I mentioned this a little bit earlier in the tour, but the wall treatments. Look at the wall treatments. They are, may I say, very bougie, which just adds so much to the decor and the look and feel, not only of this room, but the whole entire home. And over here is what they're calling a creative room. So whether you're doing Legos, working on puzzles, brainstorming your next YouTube video, whatever it is, right? It's a creative room, and I love the way that they have everything organized. A ton of natural light coming in. You can actually see the mountains from this direction as well. Finishing up the tour outside, we're coming back out to the pool because I want to show you what this looks like during the day. Obviously, it's sunny out right now, but I'm also now going to include some B-roll of how this backyard transforms at night because it is absolutely stunning. As you can see, there's LED lighting, there's a fire feature over here, there's a fire pit back here, and the observation deck where you could see the lights of the Las Vegas Strip at night glimmering so beautifully. And this place is truly an entertainer's paradise. I would love to host a party in this yard. I hope you enjoyed the tour of this incredible property here in Summerlin West. Hopefully it gives you an idea of what you can get for around $3.4 million, what these homes look like. And one thing I want to highlight again is just how private this property is. All you see is the mountains. It's so quiet. You don't even have headlights of cars driving towards you because of the location of this lot. So with that, let's hop back into the car and finish out our tour of Summerlin West. I'm currently standing at the Paseos Park, which is in the heart of Summerlin West. This part of Summerlin West is much more established than the parts that we were just touring, like Stonebridge Park and all of those communities. This area, as you could tell, has a lot of greenery, a lot of tall trees and grass. And this is just one of many parks that can be found in Summerlin West. There are kids playing, there are people walking their dogs, there are kids at the playground over there, and we have been blessed, hashtag blessed, with the most incredible July day. It is 85 degrees right now. It rained earlier, and this is rare for July to have this kind of weather. So I'm absolutely enjoying it out here, and it feels so, so good. And this is truly what Las Vegas living is all about. Thank you for coming along on this tour of Summerlin West. If you have any more questions about Summerlin West or anywhere in the Las Vegas Valley, go ahead and give me a call, send me an email, shoot me a text. And if you're now in the market for a home in Summerlin West after this tour, go ahead and reach out to me. Me and my team would be more than happy to help you on this journey of buying real estate in Summerlin West. And with that, I will see you in the next one.